This is the plaintiff, Nicole. She says she was in an accident in her stepfather's car, and the defendant towed it from the scene to his shop. The lawyer she hired told her everything would be taken care of by the insurance company. Well, 3 months later, she gets a call from the defendant stating the car's still there. No one came to look at it, and it's accruing fees every day. When she called the insurance company, they told her they weren't granted access to the defendant's property. The guy's basically running a scam, holding her car hostage. So she's suing him for $5,000, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Dennis McGowan. He says the plaintiff has no insurance, and this whole situation's resulted because the plaintiff's trying to go after the other person's insurance. The woman is 100% wrong on her facts, and knew full well the car was sitting in his yard, racking up charges for months. So owe her? No way. He's accused of being sneaky.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says she was in a car accident and the tow company pulled an epic scam. But the defendant says the plaintiff's dinginess caused the whole problem. It's the case of going toe to toe.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Nicole and Benjamin. Who's Nicole?
I am.
And you have power of attorney for Benjamin, who is your what? Stepdad?
Right.
Okay. And you've asked us not to use your last names. You are suing the tow company. You've asked us not to use your corporate name, represented here by Dennis McGowan. Can I use your name, Dennis McGowan?
That's fine.
Okay. Manager, and you have power of attorney from the corporation to be here representing, correct?
Yes.
For $5,000 for not relinquishing your car back to you, $1,000 of it in money you've already paid to them, and the rest of it in storage fees that you anticipate they're going to be charging you,
right,
or that they are charging you. All right, what happened?
For one, I was.
How does a little $180 problem become this?
So big, right?
Right.
Well, for one, I was in an accident in November. Then I spoke with my attorney, and she stated that they would take care of the car.
They who? Your attorney?
Yeah, that she would.
Your attorney would take care of the car? What does that mean?
Meaning like property damage and getting a appraiser to appraise the car.
Wait, the attorney was going to help you to do the things you needed to do in order to get paid?
Well, basically just getting an appraiser to take a look at the car.
You have an accident.
Right.
Whose fault is the accident?
The other person's.
How did you get hit?
He drove into me.
How?
I'm sorry, I was going northbound. The other person was going southbound. And he decided that he wanted to make a left turn, and he just sort of slammed right into me.
And you were going straight, and that person turned left in front of you?
Right.
Okay, so that sounds like it's pretty clearly their fault, unless you were running a light or something.
No, there was no light.
Okay, so now, you hire an attorney forthwith? Like you hire an attorney the same day?
No, 2 days later.
Okay, because you're going to sue for personal injury?
Right.
Okay. Are you in a hospital or anything?
I went to the hospital same day.
Okay. You got out the same day?
Right.
Okay. Now, your attorney tells you, I'm going to handle the adjuster going to see that car. But you know from the site of the accident that car got towed to a tow truck company, right? Okay. You also know, because you signed the tow receipt, that they're charging you storage by the day, right? Okay. What happens?
Being that I didn't receive any phone calls in December or January.
Wait, okay. How does that happen? I received no phone calls. Normally, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm her aunt. She was misled
by
the attorneys, by the doctors.
Everybody's at fault, but poor little Nicole.
She never had an accident before. She was never involved in an accident.
Okay, Nicole, tell me exactly how 2 months pass, and you know because you're the person, not your doctor, not your lawyer, not your aunt, who signed the tow. Give me the tow slip, please. A tow slip that says, "I agree that I'm going to pay you X for the tow and Y for storage." Why it is that you would let 2 whole months pass without taking the car out of storage and putting it somewhere where it's not charging you $17 a day?
Okay, I spoke with my lawyer about that, and I asked her, I said, when do I need to contact these people? She said, don't worry about it. We'll take care of everything. Okay. So I stayed on their back, and I kept calling them, and I asked her, did you report this? And they stated yes. And I said, well, when did you report this? Because I didn't receive any phone calls from anybody. And she said, well, December 20th, everything was filed. And that the insurance company is supposed to take a look at the car within the 30 days, which they did not. They went to take a look at the car February 9th. So, and they stated that.
So basically what you're telling me is, Judge, I left all of the things I'm supposed to do under the law in the hands of a lawyer, and the lawyer botched it.
Right.
And therefore, these folks shouldn't get paid, and you should get paid $5,000. Because you're suing them for $5,000. You still have the car.
Yes, we do.
Right. You're suing them for $5,000. The car's totaled?
The car is completely totaled.
Is the car totaled? Do you agree?
I agree, but they didn't.
So now, here we are. It's now February. Mm-hmm. Insurance company, we're talking, I take it, is this your insurance company or the other side's?
The other side's.
Okay, so the insurance company comes to your place. You've now had the car how long? A couple months.
Yeah, going on 3-4 months.
Okay, so now months pass, and then what happens?
In April.
April, not February?
Not February. I was contacted in April about the vehicle.
Okay, so no adjuster came in February who was denied access because there was an unpaid bill?
The adjuster was denied access, yes.
Oh, so that did happen in February?
Yeah.
All right. So you don't let them in. They didn't call beforehand and find out?
They most of the time on a third-party claim, they won't call. They'll just show up. So now
at some point, you decide that you're going to pay them some money to try to get access to your personal belongings and to get an adjuster over there. Tell me about that.
Right. And I also took a picture of a sign that they had in their office, basically stating that all vehicles left in the shop will be submitted to the marshals over 30 days. So why is the car still there after 30 days?
Well, what do you think they mean by that? That they'll just give you the car after 30 days?
No, I know that they would just get rid of the car. So why is the car still there?
When you have a tow truck company take your car in, do you know automatically they're going to charge you every day the car sits there?
No, not really, because you know that there's a fee for towing and whatnot, but not for a daily fee.
You didn't think there's a storage fee? Was that intuitive? Would you know that?
No, how could I know?
Would you know that?
No, I would just think you get a one-time charge and then you're done.
Why not free? Yeah, going inside the courtroom.
If you had the car towed at the scene of the accident to a repair facility, instead of having it towed and left at a tow place, do you understand that you wouldn't be in this position? You just have an $80 tow bill.
And I was misled by the lawyer.
Misled by what? You're not talking to a lawyer at the scene of the accident. If you are, then you're a charlatan who's trying to cash in. Because if you're really hurt, you're talking to a doctor and a hospital and an ambulance. I mean, so just stop coaching her. Just listen to me. On the day of the accident, how is there, this adult is talking to your ear while I'm talking to you, and your stepdad and whoever else, how is nobody counseling her, tow this to a repair facility instead of to a tow shop? That is definitely not going to be cooperative because they're never cooperative. You're the only people hated more than lawyers. Okay?
Until you're broken down on the side of the road and need help.
So listen to me. You've got a responsibility. You're a grown-up. You got to put your big girl pants on. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now where are we? Now we're in a position where they've got the car. They have not counterclaimed in this lawsuit. They're not seeking. What exactly are the fees at now?
As of today, the charges come to $2,526.62.
Unbelievable. Here's where we are. There is a tow receipt where the owner of the vehicle, who is Benjamin, right? It's his car, authorizes the tow company to tow the car to their lot. What should have happened is that the car should have been towed to a repair facility. The other thing that needs to have happened right away, okay, is that otherwise the repair facility will start charging you storage, is that the adjuster needs to come and adjust. Now, you may have a claim against the insurance company eventually for all of this mess. You may have a malpractice claim against the attorney for all of this mess. I have no idea because I don't know what the true facts are. I only know what you're telling me. But let me tell you who you do not have a claim against. That guy and his company. Do you know why? Because there is a tow receipt that tells you this is exactly what we're going to charge you, Benjamin. Unless you take it out, we're charging you $15 the first 3 days and $17 thereafter. So no, I'm not going to order them to pay you $5,000. That's not going to happen. You're going to need to straighten out your mess. And if you're not happy with your lawyer, get another lawyer who hustles a little faster. So the adjuster's never seen the car, and apparently is never going to see the car unless somebody pays these people off, or you just walk away. I mean, I don't even know how you're going to resolve this. It's not my job to give you legal advice. But to me, it is the worst example I've ever seen in the 20 years that I've been on the bench of watching a problem that is this big turn into a problem that is this big. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. On her lawsuit against you for $5,000, my verdict is for you.
Yeah.
Hold on right here, please.
Well, it was all in black and white. It was all in writing, and You or somebody acting on your behalf as an agent signed off on everything. Therefore, step up here and tell me how you feel about losing this case.
I feel horrible. I feel betrayed by everybody, and I feel like I should have won, not the other person.
Doesn't everyone hate the tow guy?
Yes.
It's
They're
not his,
sharp.
but it's not his fault.
They're sharks, they're shysters, and they're
But
getting
they have it
away
in
with
writing.
this.
Yeah, they have it in writing.
They took advantage of a young, inexperienced person. That's what they did.
All right, head around the corner there. Let's see what the tow guy has to say. All right, you're legally on solid ground, but everyone still hates the tow guy.
Until you're broken down on the side of the road.
Broken down on the side of the road, you need help, blah 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 blah.
Then we're your best friend.
Oh, right, yeah. But
Until you
until
want to
then,
bargain.
until then, you're everyone's worst enemy, though.
Of course.
Because you know what's going on, and they really don't. They were just in an accident. You know what's written down. They really don't.
She was given the charges. She knew what the charges were from day one. She let it build. It could have been an $80 tow. She turned it into a $3,000 bill.
Let's go to
We
Harvey.
end up taking a loss on it.
Even if the tow yard has some responsibility, the plaintiff just can't sit on her hands and rack up damages. There is a duty to mitigate or minimize damages. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.